Hello, everybody. So, today we're here to investigate the Mandela effect. Okay, I was looking online to find out what they call it, and this is what I found. Well, I found this on one of my phones. For some reason, it wouldn't come up on another one of my phones. It's called Xiaomi. It starts with an X, Xiaomi. So it came up on the Xiaomi, but it doesn't come up on this one. This one is the Huawei. For some reason, I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Talking about the different places where the phones come from and the type of information that they make privy to you. So I couldn't find this page on this phone, so I just screenshotted it from my Xiaomi phone and sent it to my Huawei phone. So it says the Mandela effect, sometimes referred to as the Mandela phenomenon, is an instance of false collective memory. Now, that's the part of the sentence that I want you guys to pay most attention to. False collective, that word, collective memory. Now, those three words put together, false collective memory, suggests that it's a false memory that many people share. So basically, they're trying to say a lot of people think or somehow have come to the conclusion that XYZ existed, but they're all wrong. Now, what I know about the Mandela effect is that it only kind of came about when the internet came about. And anyone with 2 cents know that in order to change anything on the internet, you just have to have access to the server. I don't know computer jargon, so work with me. We're going to call it the motherboard. Okay? We're going to call it the computer of our computers. So if you have access to this computer, or these codes, I should say, then you can simply type in those codes. And let's use the word ball, for example. BALL. If you wanted to and you have access to this motherboard, all you have to do is type in the new spelling that you want for the word ball. Let's say it's BAL. We're going to drop one of the L's. Okay? Now, when you type in that, what will happen is it connects to that series of letters put together anywhere and everywhere on the internet because you're using the motherboard. So it connects to the word or the sequence BALL wherever it is on the internet and takes off a L. It's as simple as that. So now we wake up in the morning, we the people, we the collective wake up in the morning and go on to the YouTube or whatever, and we, not YouTube, the internet, and we want to know what a ball is. So we type in BALL and it's like, what is that? Does not compute type of energy, you know? It's BAL. And then they come on and say, a lot of people, the news media, the fake news media, the mainstream news, fake news media will come on and say, there's a phenomenon happening right now where millions of people have woken up and are confused about how to spell the word ball. So she or he that's reporting the news is going to be acting like, say, it's always been BAL. So this is my take on the Mandela effect, okay? It's them taking out what they want to take out and put in what they want to put in to mess with our memory to create a narrative, obviously. Everything is always to diminish our power and increase theirs. Okay? That's always the end game. Less power for the people, more power for the people who control everything. Okay. So let's see what says God about the Mandela effect. That's my take on the Mandela effect. All right. I don't know about you, but I need some sounds to calm my soul right now. Because a lot of us remember scenes from movies and stuff like that, and now they're trying to convince us that that never happened. So how come so many of us remember? Now hear what the problem is. We all threw away our DVDs, our DVD players, because there was this new surgence of the internet. We threw away our VCRs, our videotapes, our cassettes, our cassette players, everything because we want to upgrade. That was very unintelligent of us. By making our life majority digital, it gives the people who have access to these motherboards and these mother codes the power to alter whatever they like. So they can alter your photos, they can alter your notes in your phone, they can alter your details, they can alter your bank details, the amount of money that shows up in your report. They can alter words in the dictionary. They can alter whatever they like because everything is on the internet. We what's the word? We rely on the internet for basically everything. So most people probably don't have a dictionary in their house. Most people don't have a holy book in their house. And I understand these holy books have been tampered with, but there's a lot of good in there. So it's for us to suss out the good and just leave the bad where it is. Okay, so I don't want to hear nothing about stop reading the Bible and stop reading the Quran and stop reading this and that. You take what's good out of it and you leave the rest, because there's a lot of good in it and we need the teachings that are in there. They haven't managed to corrupt the whole book. So let's respect the books for what is actually left of it that is good. Okay? So we don't have no dictionary, we don't have no Bibles or holy books. We don't have no notebooks that we can actually write stuff in. Okay, most of us, we need to stop this. We don't have any photos printed. Okay. If we lose electricity and we can't charge our phones, we don't have no entertainment. I've said this before on different videos. I have to say it again, just so that we are aware of the kind of power that we're giving to these people and the kind of position that we're putting ourselves in. If you can't charge your phone, you have no access to all the information that you have on your phone that you rely on a daily basis. It's good to get real books. It's good to keep hard copies. It's good to keep tangible copies, tangible things in your hand. If they want to change the dictionary, let them try and come into everybody's house like they did one time in France when they were taking everybody's Bibles and burning them. That's the story that I heard. If that's the case, let them try and come into all of our houses and take the dictionaries, take our holy books. Let them try that, but don't give them the power just by pushing 2 buttons or 24 buttons or how many ever buttons and just screw up the whole story, screw up all our pictures, screw up all, especially if you're a targeted individual. We are their favorites because we are their opposition. We are the thorn in their side. So especially you people, you need to have tangible things. You need to print your photos. Things that are precious to you, you need to have them in your hand. Do not keep them in digital form. That's all that I have to say about that. Digital money is an absolute no. We need to keep cash money, paper money. Because with paper money, we can actually save some money around us, hide it somewhere. So when they want to shut down their banks and stuff, we actually have access to our own money. Keep some in the bank, keep some to yourself. So whatever we have to do to stop this digitizing of money, we need to stop it. Let's see if we like this one. prefer some waves right now. The more we have on the internet, the more control they have over us. But you know, when we don't have access to any movies and stuff anymore, we'll go back to forming a circle and doing storytelling amongst ourselves. We'll get creative. But I'm just saying, if there's something that you find is precious to you, it's better that you have it in a real life. Do not rely on these people, because these people can't be trusted. And the battle is getting hotter, so they're going to amp up their attacks on us in many, many, many different ways. So we have to be ahead of the game. Okay? So the Mandela effect, Most High. What would you like us to know about the Mandela effect, please? What would you like us to know about the Mandela effect? I have to keep this the question broad, because I don't know anything about it, you know. So it's just like letting God lead the way. What does God want us to know? The Mandela effect. What do you want us to know? Is it any surprise I'm being lead to the fact check deck? Talk about fact check. Yeah. This is the real fact check. Evil people. Let's fact check the fact checkers. Fools. If it ain't broke, my people, let's not try to fix it. All this modernization that they're talking about, they're not for our benefit. Imagine you have a house that's completely digital. They could shut your whole shit down. If your door is digital, it don't come with a key. It's better you risk people breaking your locks and coming in, because to give the government that kind of power, because you know the government work with the insurance companies, they're one team at this moment. They're all one team. The hospital, the church, the school, everything is governmental. Well, shadow government. Okay, because even the government belongs to the shadow government. So let's say it's the shadow government. It's the oligarchy. Your mother. And your granny too. This morning I was taking a shower and they shut the shower off. They diminished the water supply just to spite me. I don't have time to waste with these children. So I'm a targeted individual, okay? So the type of shit that happened to me, don't be surprised, because I'm not surprised. You know, I am who I am, and all is fair in war. But I'm not ready for them yet. I act when I want to act. I retaliate when I want to retaliate. They've been trying to get me to retaliate. Fuck you. I run this. Enjoy yourself, because when it's my turn, I'm going to enjoy myself, okay? And everybody else too. 2 more times here. When they were putting in the tubs on top of the roof, I didn't even hear all that much noise. Trying to intimidate me. They're funny. Alright, so what does God want us to know about the Mandela effect? Influencing division. Well, that is for sure. Because they have their actors that they've set up to say, no, that was never like that. And we, the real people who are facing the truth, will be like, I swear to God. And then the division is also of a mental capacity where you are even starting to doubt yourself. You see? So like I said, with the push of a couple of buttons, they can change stuff on the internet and make us believe that we are the ones who are bunkers. But the question is, how can we be so bunkers in such large numbers? Well, you see, my people, that is the trick. So it's like it's a major phenomenon that the earth is going through. Oh my God. You hear them? You hear them? Yeah, everybody needs help. So we have to start to administer medicines globally because everybody seems to be having mental problems. So the Mandela effect, they're using it to influence division. Us from each other, and also us from our own sensibility, faith in our own memory and thoughts. Okay, it's a trick. All right, so let's get the message. Exactly. So the first card we have is to collapse the currency. Then we have influencing the soul or spirit. You see that? So they're trying to fuck with us, okay? And collapse the currency. What's currency? You know what? I'm gonna get a real dictionary for this. We don't want Google tell me nothing. Google can't be trusted. And I can't find my dictionary. Why? Oh. Collapse the currency. In my mind, currency is like power. So let's see who is this? Collins English Dictionary. Let's see what Collins English Dictionary have to say about this currency. How many people remember how to use a dictionary? CURR. Okay, so according to them, currency is money in use in a particular country, and also they have general acceptance or use. So we're gonna use it in a general sense. So it's general acceptance or use. So collapse the currency, collapse what is generally accepted or used. Okay. So that's basically what they're doing, and they're doing that to influence our soul or spirit. So like I said, they're trying to make us feel like there's something wrong with us, when really and truly it's just an elaborate trick. Okay. The underlying issue is to bait into some kind of a battle. All right, they're instigating stuff. Mass migration. Mass migration to where? To brainwashing. Straight up. God is not mincing its words. Influencing our social life, social lifestyle, social living, so that they can establish more control for themselves. You see? So the Mandela effect is nonsense. Okay? What we as a collective remember is because we all fucking saw it. We all experienced it. They are lying. Okay? They're trying to see how much they can control us just by the tap of a few buttons. So digital. Is it really a good thing? We have to use our digital apparatus with wisdom. That's what this is saying to me. If you can find a fucking car where you have to wind down the windows, my love, that's what we should be getting back to. Ain't nothing wrong with having some sexy arms. Wind down your window. That way they don't have control, because when your windows are computer operated, anybody can type in the code to disarm your digital car. They can shut off your brakes from working. They can stop your doors from opening if they know the right codes, people. These are not improvements that are in our best interest. These are improvements that are in their best interest. So they have more control over us. So we have retaliation. And then we have rebelling to stop sexual immorality or harassment. So this is obviously talking about the harassment. God is saying we need to stand up against this. Against this harassment. Defamation. They're defaming us. They're making us have a lack of confidence in ourselves, in our own intelligence. So it's like we destroy ourselves from the inside. Control people's mind. That's it. You got them. I've never believed in this stupid Mandela effect business. It just never made no sense to me. And now God has confirmed that it's a whole bunch of baloney. Nonsense. Nonsense, I tell you. So, whatever we remembered from the Sinbad movie, and wherever else we remembered it, if we remembered Mandela died since 2000 and what did they say? I don't remember. Whatever date we remembered Mandela dying, that's when Mandela died. So the question is, if they were pretending Mandela was alive up until then, and they say anything happened between the time when we know Mandela died to when they say Mandela died, it's like, who the fuck was that and what were they doing? Or why are they trying to convince us of whatever happened in that time frame? Are you calculating what I'm saying? Okay? So that's the first question. Why? When we want to look at each of these happenings, each of these tricks, is like, why that? Because there's a part in the Sinbad movie, I read about that part online, but I don't remember what it was, because it wasn't that important because I always felt like it was nonsense anyway. But there was a part in the Sinbad movie, so it's like, why that part of the movie you want to cause discrepancy? Eh? That's the next question. So anyway, it's not really that important, at least not to me anyway, but at least we know the Mandela effect is a whole bunch of nonsense. Okay? It's lies, it's tricks, you can forget about it. Right? So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Until we need to do our next investigation, my loves. Bye-bye. Fact checking the fact checkers. Shit.